Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Yuma Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay, and I'm so glad that you could join me this morning for my daily spiritual practice. Well, at the Centers for Spiritual Living, we honor all religions, and so when I choose our readings, our word for the week, or our points to ponder, I try to look at things from many different authors and give us all kinds of perspectives. So this morning, I'm going to share our word for the week with you, and our word is promise. And the meaning of the word promise is a declaration or assurance that one will do a particular thing. And we're going to start this morning with a quote from our beloved founder, Ernest Holmes. We have within us a power that is greater than anything we shall ever contact in the outer. A power that can overcome every obstacle in our life and set us safe, satisfied and at peace, healed and prosperous in a new light and in a new life. Our reading this morning is from a book entitled Peaceful Meditations for a Heart. All is well with my soul. And it's entitled Powerful Promises. Do you ever make a promise knowing there's a good chance you won't be able to deliver? You may have every good intention to come through for someone, but there's still a twinge of doubt that it'll happen. Or maybe you offer up empty promises because that's what you think someone needs to hear in the moment. This truth isn't pretty, but it's an honest reality for each of us at some point. God's promises, on the other hand, are always fulfilled. Every single one of them. If he says he will, he will. If the Lord reveals his plan or purpose, it will come to pass. What's more, God's promises never lose power or potency. He doesn't forget or forgo. His are the only vows that are 100% guaranteed to come into full bloom. So hold on to them, sweet one. They will be realized. On Wednesday when we pondered points, I read you something about the new year, and it talked about how sometimes we aren't ready for things to be realized. And so I want you to think about that as you think about God's promises. We all look at God in a different way. Each faith has its own interpretation. But our interpretation is God and I are one. So when you're ready for these promises to be fulfilled, they will be fulfilled. This morning, I'd like you to affirm with me, there is a power for good for me in the universe. It is greater than I am, and I can use it. And some, in my opinion, call this God. Just feel how that feels in your body. Just notice there is a power for good in the universe greater than you, and you can use it. Just let that affirmation fill up every cell of your being. Feels really good, doesn't it? So I invite you to just gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Maybe even let it out with a sigh. Drop your shoulders. Roll your neck. Just release and let go. And know that right here, right now, there's nothing to fix. There's nothing wrong. Nothing's broken. You are here to align to the truth of who you are. God and I are one. Let's drop down into our hearts and align to that truth. Let's take this time to listen to the still small voice within. To be surrounded in love. To be blessed. To be healed. To be uplifted. I invite you to step with me into high consciousness. That place where we prepare our minds for the best that life has to offer. Just notice how your heart opens and expands, and the light that's within your heart just happily radiates out. You are a light in the world. You're connected to the divinity that is within you, for you and God are one, right here, right now, in this moment. For there is a power for good in the universe, greater than you, and you can use it. So I invite you to just sit in the silence and feel this power fill you up. Just let it fill every cell of your being. Mind, body, and soul. You are filled with divinity. The power for good in the universe, greater than you are, allowing you to use it. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than you are, and you can use it. Just notice how beautifully you're filled with this fabulous, fabulous energy. Allow it to really fill you up. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than you are, and you can use it. I think this is a wonderful promise as we affirm it, as we open our hearts and we take it in. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than you are, and you can use it. Oh, it feels so good to just take in this promise from God. There is a power for good in the universe, greater than you are, and you can use it. We have within us a power that is greater than anything we shall ever contact in the outer. A power that overcomes every obstacle in our life and sets us safe, satisfied and at peace, healed and prosperous, in a new light and in a new life. As we affirm, there is a power for good in the universe, greater than you are, and you can use it. And so as our journey comes to a close, I call you back into this time and space, into this room. And I thank you for starting your day with a daily spiritual practice. I thank you for being a light in the world. And I remind you, there is a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it. God and I are one. I thank you for aligning to your true self this morning. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and that you can join us on Sunday morning. I send you much love and many blessings, knowing all is well, and so are you. I'll see you next Wednesday for some points to ponder. Thanks for joining me. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay, here at the Yuma Center for Spiritual Living.